we're actually in a series called You Are Here. How to get from where you are to where you want to be. Now, I'm not the type of person that needs much motivation if danger is present to get out of the way, okay? Let's say somebody came up to me right now and said, hey, Ryan, there's a bomb in the building. We need you to get out of here. By the time they say bomb, I've already left the building, okay? I'm gonna do what I do best, run. I used to go to people's house, they used to have this sign, beware of the dog. Beware of the dog. First off, I'm already aware of your dog, okay? That's a sign that basically says don't come in, okay? Everybody always tells me, Snickers isn't gonna bite you. Snickers isn't gonna bite you. Snickers always bite somebody. About 4 or 5 years later, they're like, you won't believe what happened. Snickers bit my son. That was a small bite according to who, okay? Let's ask your son if it was a small bite. I went to the zoo one time, and this is what the sign said at the zoo. Do not stand, sit, climb, or lean on zoo fences. If you fall, animals could eat you and that might make them sick. Hold up, wait a second. You don't gotta tell me not to lean on the, why would I wanna be talking to the gorilla like, hey, but like, no, that like, it's a sign. The indicator that lets you know you're going the wrong way, even if you don't see the sign, are the cars coming at you, okay? Like you are going to change directions one way or another. And it's so easy to pay attention to these danger signs on the road, but it's so difficult to pay attention to the warning signs of our life. How many people have told you, oh, don't date that person, but you did it anyways? I mean, how many times have we had warning signs? You're like, oh, that's my parents just being my parents. You know, they don't know. Maybe mama knows. I mean, we all have that friend that's dating somebody we know they shouldn't be dating. But on some level, you got to start asking yourself, how do I know I'm not the friend? How do I know that I'm not the person that has been shown a bunch of warning signs, but decided to just do whatever I really wanted because, well, I just know better. I'm an exception to the rule. That might happen with other people, but I have it under control. No, you don't. While you are unique, your story is not. There are other people that have already been at the end of the path of where you're headed. And if they could come back and talk to you, they would tell you to do something different. Man, you find yourself going down a path where you're going, man, how in the world did I get here? And what your family and friends can clearly see was that you got there one decision at a time. One friend at a time, one negative influence at a time, one party at a time, one job at a time, one girlfriend at a time. And before you know it, you find yourself waking up with very bad options. And if I could just encourage you, you're looking for a new beginning, pay attention to the signs. The people that are trapped, they're trapped by their money. You look at a very spiritual person, I guarantee you, they're like, money, it belongs to the Lord. You can have this, God. You look at a very spiritual person, I guarantee you, somewhere on their resume and in their history, they broke up with somebody they knew they shouldn't have been with. They just went, this relationship versus God's whole plan for my life. You can have this, Lord. You find a very, very spiritual person, it has very little to do with their Bible memory verses. It has a whole lot to do with the fact that they simply said, you can have this relationship, you can have this job, you can have this house, you can have this area of my life. Okay, if this is coming in between you and me, it's yours. And everybody else is simply going, I'm not willing to give that to God yet. Heavenly Father, help us to see trouble coming before it gets here. Give us the wisdom to know what to do and the courage to do it. Just because you're smart doesn't mean you're going to do it. So some of you actually know what you're supposed to do. You just get scared. So you need that last part especially. Lord, give me the courage to do what you've told me to do. Lord, if you've poured out this amazing wisdom, Lord, may I take heed to it. May I not ignore the warning signs. May I get on the right path.